Okay, this is I'll see how this goes. I am trying to find a good spool desiccant thermometer humidity gauge thing. I don't know what it is. Holder for the bottom of my cereal containers to keep my filament dry. I have this one printed off. Get it out of here. It fits well. I like the design. Desiccant comes in here. There's a lid that goes on it, which I don't have right now. It's in another place. One of the problems I have is these bolts that come with it are plastic and they break off. The wheels that you print off don't really spin very well. I don't want to use my bearings for this. When it's down in there, there's really no good place to pick it up. These two prongs that stand up for, where is it? There's my gauge. For this to go in, as soon as you try to push it in, they break off. Even when I take these pincers, when I take these out, they still break off because it's just a bad design. I said it. Come at me, bro. I like a lot of the things about this, but it didn't work right. Put that away. I found this other design that I really like. Ooh, super light. I like this package back there. There's a lid for that that's got vent slots. You can put your desiccant or a little desiccant bag that came with your filament. Just sticks right in there. I like that. Nothing up here, which is okay. Give me some free space. It comes with rollers that you put the bearings, the 608 bearings into the rollers. And so you've got roller from edge to edge. The only problem is that the way this is designed, it comes out easy, but you have to pry the sides off to get the rollers on, and then they broke instantly because there's no support. So I'm sick and tired of, I like this. It's got a little handle there so you can, reach down, grab the whole thing. It just comes right up. I did make a modification for this to plug this right in, but I didn't print it off yet, and I'm glad I didn't because this is just stupid. This is a terrible design. So because nobody does what I like, I'm gonna have to build my own. I like this idea. I'm gonna take this and mod it to my specifications. I think a lot of people are over complicating things in an effort to be simple. If that makes sense. All right, let's try this. Let's go into 3D printing, Tinkercad. See if I can get this to work. I've just about had it with, what is this? What do we got here? Something stupid. All right, click, delete. I need to make a better cereal box filament dryer for my spools. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to come in here. I'm going to import a new file. I'm going to grab a couple of things. I can grab my rectangle thermometer. We're going to put that here. We're going to rotate it so it's about like that. Hit D so it's down on the surface. I need to adjust it just a couple more degrees. Hit D again. Move this down to 0.1 millimeter. So we have our slot for our thermostat / humidifier. I don't know what it's called. We're going to import another file. This, we're going to, choose it. Bop it. We're going to come in here to cheap kit. Nope. Crap. Where is it? 3D printing. Dryer. Where is it? Tools? tools, 3D printing, filament spool, 3D printing, dryers, cheap kit. That's not it. I think, oh, here it is. Just there. Like I said, I think people are, I can't find something I like and that works for me and that won't frickin' break. So first of all, we're going to get that out of the way. We're going to take this, and you can't break it into pieces. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete that. I'm going to come in here to Orca Slicer because that is my slicer of choice. I like it. It's robust. It lets me do all the things I want to do. It's super sexy like me. Just kidding. So here it is. I'm going to export all objects. All objects is one STL. How about I click that? Right click, delete. As I said, it let me do anything I want to, but I want to export just this one as STLs. Let's just do this. We're going to put it in cheap kit. Bang. And if I go look into, and I got this off Maker or Maker World or something. If I come in here to nope. Documents, 3D printing, tools, 3D printing, dryers, cheap kit. There's all the things that it made. So let's go into, I can tell it's 7:45. Yeah, here's all the things. Okay, so I'm going to go into import. We're just going to start importing the parts that I want. I don't know which part it is. So let's just try that one first. I guess it would make sense that the bigger one is it. Probably the lid. Nope, that's exactly what I wanted. Okay, so as I've shown, the problem with this, I really like the design. It's light. It doesn't take a lot of filament. It's sexy. It's got the container back here for either your desiccant beads or the little bag that came with your filament spool, and you just pop it in. There's a lid that goes with this. It just sits right down there. The problem is this right here. These are the posts that your 608 bearings sit on. There's the rollers that you get the rollers. I mean, you can't see what I'm doing. You have the rollers, the bearings go in the ends of the rollers, and then they're supposed to go in here. Well, as soon as you pry these out to put the bearings on, it breaks because it's not designed to do that. It's not designed to flip out and back. So in an effort to make things smoother for myself, I'm going to modify this in Tinkercad in a couple of ways. One, I'm going to support these sides. I'm going to take the posts out, and we're just going to punch holes for some rods. So Tinkercad is not very user friendly for stuff like this. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to click a circle or a thing, right? I'm going to drag it way up, all the way up. I'm going to punch over here to make it a hole. And then what I want to do is I'm going to click on it here. I want this to be 5 centimeters by 5 centimeters. Nice. And we're going to rotate this 90 degrees. Something like that. We're going to click this down there. We're going to scooch, pull this arrow down to make it go down. And that's where I want the hole for my post to go. In the center of that, yeah, I know I'm zipping around. When you work in CAD, you just get familiar with where you want things. Let's pull this up just a smidge because I want the top of this to be on the top of that. I want it to be somewhat similar. Nope. Somewhat close to where it currently is for. Doesn't have to be exact. And then we're gonna use the arrow keys to scoot it over a little bit. Okay, so is that what I want? We're gonna take this and we're gonna set it aside. I need to get rid of these first. So the easiest way to do that is to drop a box. I'm going to grab this arrow to bring it up. And I'm going to use my arrow keys on the keyboard. We're at 0.1 millimeter. All I'm trying to do is get rid of that section there. And then I'm just going to grab this and squeeze it over here. So that, there we go. Close enough. And then, so let's take that and we're going to copy it and we're going to undo. And I'm going to hit shift so that it stays on that plane. And of course, the model is not straight. Let's do that. Now hit shift because I moved it. Okay, so now I've got two boxes that aren't really the same spot. Let's do this over here. Why? See, the model's jacked. Fix everything. Okay, so then I'm going to hit Control A to select. Nope. I'm going to select that. Shift, click, merge. And it should have pretty much, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just going to sit in the box. I don't like that, but that's okay. It's better than it was, right? All right. Now we can take this and we can move this over here. And we're going to copy and I'm going to shift and drag this model. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. All I'm wanting to do is kind of get this in here. So these holes are 5 millimeters. No, I want them 6 millimeters. That's right. You heard me. Where's the other side? 6. I want this to be 6. There we go. It's not what I wanted. 6. There we go. I want these 6 millimeters. Let's just delete that. Control or shift, drag it over, approximate. Who cares? I want the holes to be 6 millimeters. And then we're going to merge the holes. Bang, we just punched holes in the sides. Oh, this one didn't get merged. Let's do it again. Cool. Now we just punched 6 millimeter holes in there. I'm going to print out some 5 millimeter rods that will just slide in. Sorry, I'm thinking. That'll work. We can make them as long as we want. That will work. But I need to reinforce this so that it won't break. It won't break. So the way I'm going to do that is with some good old-fashioned triangles. Triangle man, triangle man. Okay, let's get this one. I want it to be, let's go 5 millimeters. Bang, there we go. This is actually not what I want. Let's grab this one. There we go. And then we're going to rotate it this way, 90 degrees. And then make it 5 millimeters. And then we're going to just bring it right over here. Let's zoom in. We're at 0.1 millimeters. Let's use our mouse. Look at that. Beautiful. Yeah, Aaron, it's huge. Tell me about it. We're going to bring that over. We're going to bring that over. We're going to bring this. Oops, there's my 5. It's on the ground. Let's bring this up so that we're in it, but not in it, if that makes any sense. Can bring this down. Look at that. Nice and clean. Nice and clean. It doesn't have to be perfect. I just want something better for my posterity. Okay, so this is, you know, pretty much on the edge. This is a cluster, but I don't give a crap. This is fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. You know what? Let's just scoot it all the way to the edge of here. Why not? Wait. I mean, the more the merrier, right? I'm still going to use a little bit more plastic to make it, but that's okay. Oops. Right there. That's good. And then we're going to copy. I'm going to hold shift to keep it right there on the plane. So no matter where I move my mouse, for the most part, it's going to stay right there. Come over here. Use the arrow keys to get it in just a little bit better. It's fine if there's a little, it's pretty much right there on the edge. Sweet. I'm going to copy that. Did I not say copy that? Copy, shift, click, rotate 180 degrees. And then we're going to hold shift and mouse until we get to where I just don't care anymore. We're looking good. A little bit of, I don't care. It's a little bit of space. Let's take this and mouse it over just a smidge. That's a little better. Oops. Doesn't look like there's any overhang, so we're just going to leave it there. All this just to support. Why did it not click? There we go. Just to support those walls. Just to support the walls. Just want a little bit of beefy support. Okay, so there's that. This is fine. This is fine. And then the other thing I wanted to do was to add this to the front. So in order to do that, we are going to grab a square. We're just going to put it down here on the ground. Oops. Click over. Click over. We're still just within this model. Let's bring this up to there. I've done this before. And we're going to click on that and the square. We're going to merge the shapes. We're going to hit D to drop it down like it's hot. I'm going to add a plane here, add a square hole here. And then simply click this over. Rotate it around to make sure we're looking right. This is just to cut off that nub. Okay, cut the nub, put plane back where it's supposed to be. And then what I can do is click and drag this over here. And kind of make sure on the front that it's coming to me and it's over. Problem is, got to make sure that we don't have any overhang. Go. I mean, this is just going to sit here and hold our thermometer, but we need to move this up, as you can see, because that wasn't going to work. There we go. Yeah, this is ugly. I don't like this. All right, we can fix some things. So what I'm going to do for this is I'm going to add a square. We're going to shrink it down. Let's move it under yonder. We're going to squeeze it all the way over. Are you serious? Not what I wanted. How cumbersome you've become. Let's do this. It needs to stay down. I mean, this is all ridiculous, right? I could easily print this off in a second piece. Let's kill that. Let's do a triangle. Let's rotate it 90 degrees. Stretch it all the way out. Get it to the edge. Raise it up to the edge. Let's look at the front. That's good. Let's take this and all right. I'm going to squish it in here like this. Raise it up. That's a little better. It's not exactly what I was looking for, so kill that. Come in here. With this one, rotate it 180. Stretch it down. Bring it up. Move it over. Bring it in. Bring it down. Is this what I want? It's all right. We're getting there. I wanted something like this. Bring it down. It's okay. We're going to, where's the rotate here? Rotate this 180. Have this come in here like that. Have this come up. Look at that, much better. Have that like that. That's what we want. Nice and nice and nice. Let's come out here just a smidge more, because I want to make sure that we cover any gaps. It's got some curves on the front. Oops. That'll work. And then all we need to do is shrink this in. And I have worked, I don't know how many hours trying to, let's just come in. No, let's keep it there. Close enough. There, close enough. Let's scoot this in like that. Scoot this out like that. Okay. I like it a lot. Okay, so that you put your thingamabob in there. Let me check on the real ones. And by looking at the real one that I've printed off, it doesn't stick out at all in the back. So that's good. So we'll put it in. It'll just sit there looking nice. Doesn't have to look too... We can add some supports when it prints. Ideally, I would take this and make it all look a heck of a lot better. This is a demo. If this prints and I get it working the way I want it to with the rods, so the idea is the spool will sit on the rods in the 6mm hole with a 5mm diameter rod. Inside will just sit there and spin. Little fraction of friction. It's going to sit there. It's going to be supported. It should just work fine. Worst case scenario is the rod slips through as it spins. In that case, I mean, I'm going to make the rods longer than this. So whatever diameter this is, let's go ahead and, I don't know. We can put a thing here. Give us some information. So whatever the distance is between this outside and this outside is going to be, I'll make my rods longer than that by, you know, a couple millimeters, but it has to be able to free rotate within those holes. Last thing, let's select all. Control A, Control G is going to group everything and make it one unit. It's going to take a second to do all that, because it's got to think and recalculate, build the model. I think I did that right. Control A, Control G. There we go. Now it's thinking. There we go. Now it's one model. And now I'm going to export that as an STL. It's going to, yeah, Terrific Bojo is the name of it. Let's put this as rename this my dryer version 5, because I've done this a few times. Here, we're going to rename this my version 5 STL cut. Go into my documents, put it in the right spot. Printer files, tools, 3D printing, dryers. My serial dryer. We're gonna new folder V5. Nice and complicated. Minimize that. Bring that back up. Come into Orca. Do new project. Go into open my serial dryer V5 is Zynga. There's my new model. And that's fine. We can take and add another plate to this project because we're gonna need lid. I really need to have this. We're going to split into objects. Don't need the rollers. Delete that, delete that, delete that. Oops. Click
drag center. There we go. There we go. And now I have this lid will sit on the back of that. I need to make some rods. Let's save this project as my dryer V5. There it is. Now let's go back to, actually, while we're in Orca, let's come in here. We're going to click this model. We're going to click our ruler. And I want us from this point to this point, it's going to tell me it's 71.596 or 71.6 millimeters. And so I want to make my rods a little bit longer. So let's go back into Tinkercad. This should be pretty easy to do. I'm going to go 3D, create, 3D design. Nice and easy. Pick a rod. This needs to be 5. That needs to be 5. This needs to be, let's start with, let's say 71.6. Start at 75 millimeters. There we go. We're going to call this my dryer rods. We're going to export into an STL. I'm going to go into my downloads, cut my life into pieces and click it into that folder. Bang, bang, close. Start a new plate. Go into add an item from that. My dryer version 5. Did I not? Did I not? Downloads. It's 810. What? All right. Let's export it again. My dryer rods, STL. What? Oh, did it not do it? Control F, hit F5. What is happening? I mean, it's a free tool. It's probably not the, let's export STL. There we go, my dryer rods. Let's open the folder. Where'd you go? Grief. It's taking so long. There we go. There we go. All right, my dryer rods, bang, there it is. Right click, clone. Let's make another one, 2. That's how we're just gonna do that. I probably should put, let's do that. We're gonna go in here to objects. We're gonna select these. We're gonna hit other. No brim, outer brim only. 5, slice it. Bang. It's going to take 47 minutes for 2 rods. My dryer rods. There we go. We're going to come up here. It's going to slice this. It's going to take 3 hours. That's fine. Now I'm going to have to, because of this up here has no support, I'm going to go in and manually add some support to this. Because can't print in midair. There we go. Nice and sexy. Undo that. let's come into here. And then we're going to click on the model, go into support. I'm going to select tree manual. We're going to slice it. And then it should add trees just to the areas that I told it to. There we go, 3 hours, that's fine. And that should be it. And then we print it off. Save the project, go back into prepare. I can print this off later. Now let's just do it while we're here. Come into here, slice it. 30 minutes for that. Export. Right, there we go. Wait, where did that go? Where did that export it to? Yep, my serial dryer number 5. So we've got the, let's recall this here. My dryer V5 lid. There we go. There you go.
Okay. Turn that off. I'm printing some, so it might get loud here. Okay, so here's the finished product. I did try it out last night, or this morning, but what I discovered was that the pins would just fall through the holes. So I printed off these end caps, nice and simple, put them on some CA glue so now they can't come off. If these were to ever need to be replaced, you just cut them, print off some new ones. It's not a big deal. So I thought we would just assemble it here. I have my thermometer. It should just slide. Let's take these side caps off. They should just peel right off. Grab the other one. It's alright. And it should just go in here nice and smooth. Nice and smooth. There we go. Fits right in there. Let's pour some desiccant. Actually, I have. Let's just, from my purple filament bucket. This is my wife's purple glitter. So we should be able to just pour this right in there. Ah, too much. Clean all this up later. We're here. Almost done. Now I did try to put this end cap in another model yesterday. It was a little bit tricky. It's a tight fit. There we go. There. Snapped on. It's full of desiccant. Feels nice and good. We've got our gauge there. Let's go ahead and set it down into our container. Fits like a glove. It's actually a little, gosh dang it. Do I have this? It's alright. End cap fell off. As you can see, there's still some tweaking that needs to be done here. We should just be able to put our spool on our roller, and it spins nice and easy. This may have been 100% over-engineered for what this is going to do, but it's alright. There we go. Put the top on. go. Now we've got our desiccant down in there. We can easily see it from the front. If we were to look under there, 36%, that's going to go down to about 10 as the desiccant absorbs all the humidity in there. But there we go. I'm going to go back to the drawing board and fix the rods, because I don't like how they're working. But that's okay. Work in progress. I mean, it's sitting in there, it's working. If I were to poke a hole in the top of my cereal box and pull the thread through, it should work just fine. I can verify that and take the top off. Just pull gently, just rolls. I can see that. It gently rolls. I like it. I like it a lot. So what I'm going to do is take my clip off. I no longer need that. Re-roll my spool. Set it back in there. And there we go. There you go. I like it. So I might print another one and tweak it with the rods.